Hey, how are you guys doing? Luke is here. I realize that as a part of the Shiba Inu community, we want to see a reduction in the total supply. We've been waiting for anything to appear for the past 2 years and more to burn a lot of Shiba Inu continuously since we've seen things like the burn portal, with which we burned a ton of Shiba Inu. The ecosystem development team just built up the burn portal to make it simpler for folks who are unable to send money straight to the burn address. However, we also have other items that were made, such as bone and a leash, and we're going to treat where the metaverse actually exists. We anticipated that all of these burns would occur throughout these objects that were made. However, we haven't witnessed those things. The burns that came with it or were expected to come with it have not yet been seen. Shibarium is claimed to be the largest form of burning that has ever been observed, so I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to talk about how much this is going to burn, exactly. I'm aware of the intense burning. But will it burn hot enough? And everything truly depends on a few other factors. We'll explain in detail what that depends on. However, guys, if you could click the like, subscribe, and notification buttons for more of these videos. Don't forget to click on some of the links below as well. Yes, it benefits the channel. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter. The description also includes those links. The primary hub for generating these burns within firms through transactions is planned to be Shibarium. And there should be a lot of activity that we can observe. And when we consider Shiba Inu, we realize that the price is the only factor on which we are concerned. However, our main attention is on the overall supply and how we can reduce it to a level where we may reach a penny, a $1, a $10, a $100, or anything else. The sky's the limit. We have no idea where it will end up, depending on the amount or number of burns that are visible. It is now somewhat more challenging to envision the future and how much this can burn or will burn given everything that has been created in the past and the absence of burns. But the burn rate is our main area of concentration. Here, the supply is the main point of emphasis. So much so that Shib Burn, a Twitter account, was created just to chronicle the burns. You guys can go and follow them if you want to. With 289,000 followers, they essentially basically keep track of how many burns there are. Additionally, they have a website of their own where they also, burn Shiba Inus. You keep track of all the various burning techniques. And there are a ton of various approaches that have failed. However, relative to where they were 2 or 1 years ago, burns are incredibly low now. Where burns were our main concern. Therefore, if you go to Shib Burn, where they do have some of the information here, you're going to see that we burned 8.7 million Shib throughout the course of the last day. To some brand new folks, that can sound like a lot, but it's not a lot. There have been days when we burned 1 billion, days when we burned 2 billion. And as of right now, it appears that none of those days, whether 100 million, a billion, or anything else, are burning. Even though we've been burning for more than 2 years, we still only observe 41% of the total supply in burns or dead wallets, which indicates that we did not burn. With all the burning techniques we had, we didn't even scratch the surface of the total supply. This proves that in order to see significantly more fires here, the ecosystem developers must do something. The question is so answered. How much can we anticipate seeing in terms of burns with Shibarium? So I simply entered some data in the spreadsheet. And once more, there are several factors at play, so it's not 100% certain how things will turn out. They might go any way. We still don't have access to all the information we need, so we can't really say. It relies on the transactions and how things actually proceed with Shibarium. A cup. Thanks, however. So let me quickly go over the variables. We have the total number of transactions, which I believe to be a variable, as well as the 25-cent fee, but I'm only basing this on an average of what I've observed with other items that are available. In that case, there would be a 25-cent tax for each bone. Now, I'd think that maybe 5 cents of that bone price would go to the Shiba Inu, who burns, am I right? In total, you would receive 5 cents, or 0.0, from the 100,000 transactions that go to the Shiba Inu, which works out to around $5,000 every day. When we split the number of Shiba Inus produced per day, we get 294 million, which is a vast improvement over the situation we are in at the moment. But is it where we need to be at this point? Will we be able to burn 9 trillion tokens or coins in total? Whenever it may be, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, etc. You can see that if you look at this, we would burn 107 billion coins in a year. Now, it seems excessive. If we burn another 107 billion today, we've already burned 60 or 70 billion. Would it make a dent in 365 days? No, a dent in Shiba Inu wouldn't occur until it reached a level of approximately 5 or 6 trillion, at which point 1% of the supply would be used. So we burned 107 in celebration of 7 billion people in just a year? Not at all enough. We do not yet know the number of transactions that will be helpful. And the amount of fire that will be applied to Shiba Inu is unknown. None of these variables are known to us. Total transaction volume is a variable, then. Today, there might be 1 million transactions. Right? We are unaware of everything they are trading because it isn't limited to Shiba Inus, am I correct? People tend to say things like, oh, it's just the volume, no, it should be new bone leash, or I don't know what other coin or token they support on that platform, such as Loop Ring, oh, it's just the volume, and there are just a lot of things that are cheaper for you to be able to move, among other things. Now, I'm not sure if you can buy it as a game changer on this platform either, but I would assume you won't be able to do so. Therefore, there will only be pairs where you can trade for certain items, such as on an exchange without any kind of off-ramp. It would be slightly better if we could see 1 million transactions every day, therefore we would add another 0 to this. And we'd see 2.9 billion each day, which isn't too bad because you'd wind up making $1 trillion a year. Right? Now that $1 trillion per year still won't scratch the surface, you need to see burn off in the tens or perhaps hundreds of billions every day or every 2 days, am I correct? Such that you may observe trillions being burned off. Again, we don't know how many transactions will pass through this, we don't know how popular it will be, and I'm not sure if it will be 1 million because if you look at the coin market cap, exchanges, and trading volume, you'll see how many transactions per dollar it has. These discussions are well liked, I believe. And I'm not sure if Shibaswap will be visible on this site. I realize this isn't a CX, but if you can see the Shiba switch, that will help you understand how many and how large of a volume they actually did. Although they don't actually track the number of transactions, you can look at the volume and determine the average transaction size or something similar. Nevertheless, you can see that there are a lot of transactions taking place. For example, Binance, where $16.5 billion or $1.6 billion passes through Coinbase. Therefore, if we can observe a significant amount of cash passing through it or a significant amount of transactions passing through Shibarium, we can observe a significant amount more, burns that are occurring for Shiba Inu. Additionally, as I mentioned, we are unsure if the 25 cents will be implemented. It might be more, or we could see a 10-cent change instead. There's 1,010 cents. And now it starts to make a little more sense if we're only seeing 10 cents out of that total of 25 cents. However, burning a specific quantity would take literally tens, hundreds, or even 100 years, or something like each year. You are talking about 200 years when you say trillion. It will therefore be a long journey, and we must choose the best route to go. And this is not to imply that commerce can only be conducted through trading, rather, other industries can develop on top of or incorporate barium into their operations to increase the number of transactions. Shiba is only one type of cryptocurrency, so this is just sort of the beginning point. And if I had to say if it would burn sufficiently today by breaking this stuff down, we don't know if it will be a 50-cent fee, a 25-cent cost, a 10-cent fee, or anything else. If we keep it as it is as I've shown here, we won't burn enough, we'll burn a lot, but not enough to reach the levels we desire. However, over time, you might have a number of firms that succeed and we'll see a lot more, possibly 10 million or 20 million transactions. Perhaps there will be a higher fee in any case. Guys, all I know is that if Shiba Inu's burning at this rate, we see that much going through in order to burn Shiba Inu. Who knows? The only people who do know are the people who are creating it, so let's get moving and start creating Shibarium, or let's launch this Shibarium and see how much Shiba Inu ends up burning. Guys, click the like button and imagine what Bone is going to look like. If we witness more trades, that might turn into something much bigger. Click the subscribe link, check out some of the links below, and click the notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm grateful that everyone is here. And I'll see you all in the following video.